Well, I just again, it was a great hockey game, and I was especially proud of our guys. I mean, we go down one right there. Bliss scores a heck of a goal, and but we responded. Lucas got a big goal, and I thought from there it was just again, it was one of those games that, again, I'm not going to say it was a chess match, but it was pretty. It was like that, and then we got that second goal, and I think we fed off that second goal pretty good.
How big? Oh, I'm sorry. How big was that block shot at the end of the second period?
Big time, and he felt it too. You know, he felt it, and but that's what you this time of year you got to sacrifice, and especially us. You know what? We lose, we're going home. You know, Tech's going to be in the NCAA tournament. You know, but we're going home, so there's that much more on the line for us.
How important was it to look at the previous games Tech played against Ferris and St. Thomas, where they get pretty well contained and shut out, and apply that to your own game?
We didn't really look at that. We've played Michigan Tech enough over the course of the last how many years, and again, all matchups and games with different teams are everything's different. I mean, there's teams that again we don't match up with, you know, and but I don't want to look at those things. We got to worry about us versus Tech, and you know, quite honestly, right now we got to worry about the Beavers, and there's a certain way we need to play, and again, our situation is a little different, and this is playoff hockey, you know, and. You know, granted, last weekend against Ferris, it was playoff hockey as well. But to sit there and look at that game and try to obviously, again, you know what, put that into our game plan, we didn't. We didn't at all. It was just you know, what we need to do, and you know what we think we can do against Michigan Tech, and you know, staying on the right side of the puck, taking short shifts, just doing a lot of things because again, they're deep. They're very deep, and they got balance. In their lines and on the D core, and they get good goaltending. I mean, they just don't have many deficiencies, special teams. So there's a lot of things that we're not talking with other teams. We're just worried about, again, what we need to do in specific situations that are going to potentially come up in the game tonight.
Tom, the last time you were here, you lose a pair of games in 5-2, 5-2. Talk about this team finding its identity over the last couple of weeks here and getting back to playing Bemidji hockey.
Well, that's a good point there, Dave, because I thought we did tonight. We played Beaver hockey. We stayed on the right side of the puck. We had good puck management. We were hard to play against. No, I thought we played pretty good overall, and you know, but even in that, you know, those 5-2 games, the one 5-2 game we played really well. But Tech was, Tech was just so, they were at a different level that weekend, and they really were, and we had a hard time. And I thought we played pretty darn good hockey, and we lose 5-2, 5-2. But I also felt if we could also, duplicate that type of effort that we had that Saturday night against Michigan Tech, we could be fine. So much of this is, getting a lead and playing off that lead and getting timely goaltending and things like that, as you guys know too. So.
How important has it been for Sholl to make the big step up here in the last series against Bowling Green and here against Tech?
If we want to advance on, you have to have goaltending, and that's anybody. If you want to like play at a high level and you want to keep advancing on the NCAA tournament, you're going to need goaltending. Well, if we have any chance of getting to the NCAA tournament, we need goaltending. So, and to win a championship, you need goaltending. And Mattias is seeing the puck well. He's confident, and he's a big puzzle piece right now.
Was it any different this weekend, prepping for a win-and-go-home game versus a best of three like it usually is this week?
Yeah, it's different, guys, but one thing I want to make sure that I was talking to Dirk about this today. Guys, this is no different. You got to remember, this is a Final Four. So all Final Fours, we think it's like this brand new tournament format. All this is a Final Four, but it's spread over 2 weeks. But it's the same thing they're doing, you know what, in the Big Ten, or they're going to be doing, you know, in the Hockey East, in the ECAC. They're ones, you know what, they're ones, and the team that wins advances on. So really, it's no different. Now, in saying that, the one thing you don't have to, worry about probably as much as your bench. You can probably play guys a little more, especially with the TV timeout. So there's a different mindset. I think the biggest thing is that the mindset is different in a one and done. Probably versus what you might do tactically.
Do you like personally the new format?
I love it. It's a right thing to do. Like you need to Final Fours are good. And these one-game shots are good. So, no, I really like that. It's a good format. I think the coaches have probably wanted it for a long time. No, it's just, these 2 out of 3s, you put them 2 weeks, and then, we're the only league that does it. or did it in the past, and it can be pretty fatiguing, and it can be tough on your players, and there's just a lot that goes into it, and I really like the format, and it's I think personally we'd love to have a Final Four, but we just don't have probably a good neutral site to have a Final Four, so this is the best thing to have the one game semis and then the one game final on campus.
Talk about Lucas. Obviously, he seems to be really enjoying playing in this building right now.
Yeah, he's had some success over the course of the last few games, and that was a big goal today. He answered back, and it was
Tom, you're muted.
What's that?
You're muted.
Well,
Beaver went mute.
has this been muted the whole time?
There we go.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Ask Coach a question. Yeah, you can ask.
I'm sorry about that. Guys, I actually just lost my train of thought. What question we
We were
just have?
talking about Lucas.
Oh,
and
Lucas's
the
goal.
effort he's been putting in, but especially with the goal again tonight. And
Yeah, that was Lucas, that was a clutch goal, obviously. We answered back pretty close. It wasn't that far after their goal, and it was just a good individual play, and Lucas does that. He's, I think he had really good body control right there, and again, he got it on net. I don't know if Pietla was screened or not, but I'd have to look at it, but it was a big-time goal, and obviously it lifted up the bench, that's for sure.
Tom, you took your time out in the first period. What did you see early on in the game to use your time out there?
Well, it was the minute to go, and we had our fours out there, and they had their ones, and I wasn't going to play games right there. That was my call. Did I want to burn that time out that early? No, but I had to go with my gut, and that's what I did, and whether it's in my opinion, it was the right call at that particular time.
What's the next step for Beaver hockey going into the championship game? Do you just try to stay with what you're doing?
Yeah, that's all we can do. Stick with what you're doing, and the other team always has something to say about it as well, by the way. And I'm going to worry about that on Monday. I think right now we're just going to enjoy this win, have a good trip back to Bemidji, and we're excited to be playing in this game on Friday, and on Saturday. So we're excited about that. I mean, I told a few of the players in the line we'd love nothing more than to join Mankato and Michigan Tech in the NCAA tournament. It would be outstanding, and great for our league for that as well. So we'll see what happens, and we like where we're at right now, and we're excited about moving on. And well, again, like I said, we'll worry about that, guys, on Monday.
how valuable is it to have another week to rest, relax, reset before you play that championship game?
Yeah, I mean, again, we played one game, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. I'm not putting any thought into that, and it's the format, guys. So I mean, you just deal with the rules the way the rules are, and biggest thing is just we got to take some time off next week, and we're back in school, and and just biggest thing is we got some banged up guys right now that we have some guys that played guys that normally wouldn't have played tonight. And so that's my biggest thing is that those guys get an extra week right now to heal up a little bit.
What does it mean for your fan base to be in the Ccha championship game?
Well, I think it's exciting. I mean, we've been up and down this year. We have a good hockey team, and we probably didn't play up to our potential, and that's just the way it is. But what the guys they're finding their groove right now. We're playing good hockey right now, and now we just got to let it play out.
Your top line got all 5 goals tonight. How important has it been to have them groove and combine together this season?
Well, again, there's no question those guys they're a big part of our offense. And when we get secondary scoring, that really helps too. But again, right now we're not too worried about who scores as long as somebody's scoring. And I'll take 5 from those guys tonight any day of the week.
Yeah, Tom, they've been so huge, for you all year, but today they took it up to an entirely different level. How big was it, especially getting that third one when it had been such a tight game throughout?
Well, big time. It gives you a little more breathing room, Christian. I mean, obviously 2-goal leads. Those 1-goal leads. I mean, I told the guys on the bench I think it was 7-10 or 7. There was a timeout with 7-10, 7-15. I just wanted to make sure too that we just kept pushing though too. I just didn't want us to sit back and defend for 7 minutes. I mean, we needed to forecheck. We needed to do some. We needed to play in the offensive zone, and our guys did. I was happy about that. I thought they played pretty mature. When we had that 2-1 lead, We didn't sit back. We kept our foot on the gas pedal. Obviously, there's certain, obviously there's certain standards you need to play with a lead, but and then we got that next one to go up 3-1, and a little more breathing room, and then it gets dicey. They pull the goalie, and it can get dicey too, and it just does, and you hang on a little bit, but we stuck with it. We stuck with it when they pulled their goalie as well, and I was proud of the guys for that too.
Yeah, in that vein, how big was it? Like you said, they didn't sit back; they got a fourth, and then when they pulled the guy, they even got another one. Now it's 5-1.
Yeah. So no, it was at that time it just we just kept playing. We just kept playing, Christian, which is good. And again, we just we responded well. We responded well getting the lead, and then when we had the lead, I thought we responded even better.